Hey, hi, Glenn here, workshop at the Gardens, and welcome. This is day 2 of raising the meeting room at the Gardens timber frame. Now, make sure you catch the first video. I'll put a link up above and maybe a link down in the description, but you'll be able to find it. The first day we did a ton of test fitting and getting the bents together. We tested all the walls and wall plates and got them all functioning, and we got 2 bents in and one of the girts. We're setting the girt right now. We did a black walnut spine, and that's what you just saw slide right into place there. Anyways, there's going to be a lot more action today. The crane was there for 2.5 hours, and we buttoned up raising this frame. So I'm going to let you watch a little bit, and as always, if you have a question, just let me know, and we'll answer it right away.
Come in just a little bit. You measure. There's only 5 feet, it's only 5.5.
Hold on, I think you got the wrong side. Is it? That's more fair. Black walnut. Thought that was gonna get by.
laying in the back wall plate up on top. The front one went in nice and easy. The third bent we put in went also nice and easy. When we're doing a lift that's not that far off the ground, especially because we have those knives from the K'Nex mounting plates, we don't use a tag line. We just kind of bring them right in and slide them in. When we're up in the air a little bit higher, you will see tag lines, which is the yellow strap that just helps us line things up. Now this back wall plate, a little bit more of it's not even an issue, it's just a little bit more of a challenge. We have 4 knee braces, and then we have the 3 tenons from the post that all kind of have to land, and as much as we measure and get everything perfect and we tested, when you're actually assembling in the air, putting it all together, that's where it gets a little bit interesting. We had to pull it up a little bit, and on the first post all the way over by the building, we had to shave just a little bit off of that post, and once that was there, she just slipped and slid right on, and that was great. So then it's on to rafters. get asked all the time when we're doing timber framing with mortise and tenons and wood pegs. It's like, so the whole thing is put together with wood pegs, and the answer is no. We do use a fair amount of large screws, whether they are GRKs or Rothlast. The ones that we're putting in on the rafters going in, those are 16-inch screws. A nice big lag. They take quite a bit to drive in, but we are using GRKs. They're just not Rothlast or GRKs. They're just not always that evident when you see we try to hide them as much as possible. And, wow, it's moving along quickly, and it's always fun to watch the sky in the 2 hours we went from kind of cloudy to partly cloudy, and the sun popping out was quite fun. Flying in the second rafter, and they land in. The rafters are 8 by 16 and they're about 17 and a half feet long, right around there. We put a little bird's mouth on the back. And the rigging, that's one of the cool things, and Andrew does a great job rigging. You can see that the timber's almost at the exact angle that it's going to drop in, but by the time he gets up there, it gets lowered down into place. It catches that back wall plate with the bird mouth, and then we just drop that front end, so it's fun. It's a pretty quick raise here. So this is our fourth, maybe fifth timber raising that we've used Jeff as the crane operator, which is a treat for us because he is extremely talented, and he also just knows how we work. We know how he works, and that's why we can get so much done in 2 hours. And today was we were hoping his job earlier in the day finished early, so he was able to come in and we were all ready to go. That's why this seems like it's going pretty quick, because we were ready. And that's also, you want to be ready, because just crane is probably the most expensive thing on the whole part of the project as you're doing that. And just, when you're working on things and the crane's just sitting there and you're not, that is not there. What we're doing right now is the couple pieces that we were unable to test fit. So those are struts right there, rafter struts. And those we did not test fit. And so as we get pretty doggone good with our CAD programs, our measuring to be down to the exact inch. But this one is when you do that final set, you want those bearing surfaces to be absolutely dead on. That one was off by probably a 1/16. I wasn't up there, but probably off by a 1/16. We pulled it out, did just a little bit of chisel work, put it back in, and it dropped down. In this little segment, this is where you'll get to see exactly how good Jeff is in the crane, because we were flying the purlins up to the roof. There's 10 of them, and they are just dropping in almost as fast as we can rig them up, and the guys can catch them, and they're just flying right up there without any tagline, which is fine, but they land right in, quick spin, drop in. I think he had another place to be, so we hit these pretty quick, which is just fine. The purlins, but it's starting to get a little bit exciting. These are the last 10 sticks that we're putting in this frame, and it's also just kind of a testament to Andrew and everybody cutting and working on this things. These are all dropping in as the frame is raised, and they're within a 1/16 of an inch. That's just the accuracy when we cut a frame, and so it's pretty impressive. And I have to chuckle. You don't know what's coming up, but I have to chuckle. The last, Elvis was helping out, and absolutely wonderful to have him around. But as we're rigging the very last of the purlins to fly up and trying to get Jeff out of there. These are the fun things that happen. I say they're fun, but you'll see. Put it all there. Hooking up to the crane, the little straps, and away we go. And here it is. Feeling like we've got it.
Oh, wait a minute. Still this.
If that's the only thing that goes wrong on the whole raising, I can live with that. And we had a pretty good laugh with it. Just kind of the last thing of the day. Anyways, thanks for watching. There's still a little bit to go here, but I'm signing off. Glenn here, Workshop at the Gardens. I appreciate all the time you take to watch these videos and everything. There you go. Cheers.
Which timber is that?
Number 10.
Which one is that?